What's up, guys? Welcome back to WCS America. About to jump into potentially the last game of the night. If Neeb wins this game, he will advance into Premier League Season 2. Somewhere a lot of people want to be again. You guarantee yourself $1,500, and then you're playing with 31 other premier players of the America region, and of course get a chance to get to the round of 16, which is huge.
That's right. In fact, we could have the first group stage with all 2-0s, I think, here potentially.
Oh.
Or maybe it's actually there was one, the one with Kapat, Chuck, and XY was all 2-0s.
There was only 3 people, so yes. I don't know if that counted.
That's true. That's true. But this has been just a series of fairly one-sided games here. Actually, that's not what Tasia versus Neeb game 2 was sick close.
That was really close.
In fact, Neeb was ahead for almost all that game, but just got caught off guard by the air transition.
Yep.
And of course, that's not a situation that you want to be in. We have BCs and Tanks and L-Bets against BCs.
Yep.
But anyway, so the first game we saw Neeb just counter the Colossi, Phoenix composition, tons of Vikings. 4 starports, one with a reactor, 5 Vikings at a time. Once the Colossi were down, he tried to hold off the board, but didn't charge lots, but then the Vikings landed, took those guys out as well. Game 2, what is Hellokitty going to show us?
You never know, really. You never know with Hellokitty. I mean, I feel like he really likes Stargate play, no matter what.
Does.
That he seems to always open the Stargate and Oracle.
Unless he does a one-base Solon.
Sure.
Because he loves that
the
Blink Stalker.
Yeah, of course, that was very dependent on the map being Cloud Kingdom.
And this is Aklon Waste, which is a map.
It's doable.
Yeah, it's probably behind Cloud Kingdom. It might be the second best map for the Blink Stalker build. Either that or
Neo Planet S, maybe.
I don't think there's as much space in Neo Planet S to Blink into the main. They're both kind of good.
It's like shorter rush distance too, so you can get your Stalkers there a little bit faster.
It's true. There's a selection of maps where it's a viable strategy on. Of course, Daybreak Whirlwind.
Star Station.
And Star Station, it's amazing on, of course. Yeah.
I'll take credit for that one. Just kidding. Marcus, our observer, said that in the little lobby chat.
Yeah. Star Station is like the ultimate Reaper Blink Stalker map. Of course, if you're Terran playing against Hellokitty, you veto Star Station, unless you just blind counter the build from the start, because past that opening, it's not a good map for Protoss. The third is so hard to defend.
We saw Maker at first actually do a great job kind of holding that off.
Yeah, I mean, he took no damage. And then he flew his second orbital into the Stalkers.
Yeah.
And he let the DTs in his main too.
I don't remember a lot about that game.
Probably smart.
I have a terrible memory. But here we are, guys, in potentially the last game of the night. Hoping you're having a good time, guys. Hoping you're having a good evening watching WCS America. Always a pleasure, to bring you all the games and show you all some high-level StarCraft too. But here we are on Aklon Waste, game number 2 in the top left-hand location. I present to you the Red Terran player from Team FXO North America. He is Neeb. And he is one win away from making it to Premier League Season 2. And that would be huge for him, honestly.
Would he be the youngest player in Premier League of any region?
Okay, good question.
I think he might be.
I don't think so, man. Korea, they have some youngins.
Do they have anyone as young as Neeb? Life is pretty close.
Life is, pretty young. I don't think they have anyone as young as Neeb, though. Because Maru Prime?
Yeah.
He's, 14.
You're right. But he hasn't been in.
I don't know if he's in because that's the name that.
He hasn't been in a Premier League for quite a while.
Yeah.
So
that's the name that jumps out at me as far as young.
Currently in Premier League, I think he may be the youngest Premier League player.
Yeah.
If he wins this game.
That'd be huge for him. $1,500 as a 15-year-old. That's a lot of Pokemon cards.
How many lawns do you have to mow as your average 15-year-old to make that, right?
Oh gosh. So that would be great. Of course, his opponent in the bottom right, your blue Protoss player trying to make it back into Premier League. Of course, he was originally invited to the round of 32. When 0-2 versus Ryung, 2-1 versus Hart, and then 0-2 versus Ryung dropped to the Challenger League bracket stage, where he lost 1-2 to XY to find himself here. Needs to win 2 in a row. He is Hellokitty. Interesting name choice from Hellokitty. Very bold. He's a really funny guy.
It shows confidence.
Yeah, I mean, I know him pretty well because we're both in Texas. We played in a lot of local LAN tournaments down in Texas when I was down there. We met a long time ago. So he's actually a really funny guy. It's kind of reflected by his name. So, yeah.
Definitely a very, very creative name there. Neeb, I'm pretty sure he's going to get the Reaper. Last game he didn't. Last game he just got the gas so he could get the factory right after the command center.
Yep.
But this is a map where the Reaper is so good at scouting.
Oh, yeah. Lots of places to jump up into your opponent's natural, into your opponent's main base. And, of course, It's useful to have that Reaper roaming around the map too to watch out for proxy shenanigans, like proxy Stargate is pretty doable on this map, I think.
You know, he's getting the reactor first in that command center. So, yeah, it's again going to be the same build. And it's the same thing. 2 Marines, then reactor, then command center. And then at this point, there's no point in getting a Reaper. So he's not going to do it. If you want to get a Reaper again, you get early. Later on, there's too many units that can prevent it from getting that scout information. And this is an interesting build because this exact variant of the opening isn't super common. 2 Marines, then reactor. And then, of course, the factory, which is kind of cool. It accelerates the pace a little bit because the Reaper does cost you that 50 gas.
Zealot thought he might have had a chance to get some damage done. Stalker coming forward now, so the Marine's going to stay inside that bunker.
Again, actually, I was going to say, again, a fast target after Nexus, and I just realized Hellokitty...
He made it before.
He made it before Nexus. And this is a timing that might throw Neeb off because... I mean, Hellokitty loves the Nexus into Stargate, which is a fairly standard build. But you know what? He saw the Nexus timing.
And he's going to see the Stargate, because remember, the Zealot and Stalker, they were set
they're
across
out of
the
map.
Yeah. So he's going to see the Stargate.
And he can even tell what unit's being built in it.
Yep.
As long as you can tell the
or
silhouette kind of,
yes.
or the wireframe inside.
Well, you
the
can kind of eliminate Tempest.
Yes.
You need a fleet beacon for
and
that.
carrier.
And carrier.
So he's going to know what's going on. An immediate Twilight Council as soon as the scout's killed.
Whoa.
Is he going to go straight to DTs?
I would not be surprised.
I just realized, I mean, they're going to make missile turrets anyways.
Oh, that's a good point. Okay, so what else could the Twilight mean? Generally, it's either Blink or...
Yeah, it's kind of funny to go Blink after Oracle because when you... One of the disadvantages of either opening Blink or Stargate play is you're delaying the Colossi or the High Templar, which means your mid-game armies get weaker. And to get both of them means you really have to get some damage done, or, you know, the 4 medevac bunch of Marine time is going to be very difficult to stop.
Oh, Oracle. Gotta watch out for those Marines. There is a Widow Mine somewhere in that middle line, I think.
Oh, it's at the
it's
very
at the
top.
back.
Oh, it's trapped. The Oracle's trapped, and boom! Wait, boom!
And there it flies down into the spikes down there. Ackland Wastes.
You know, Hellokitty's had poor luck with his Oracles against Widow Mines.
Yeah. He has.
I think he's made, in the entirety today, he's probably made about 7 Oracles, and I think 6 of them died to Widow Mines. Somewhere in that region.
Very bad luck there from Hellokitty with those Oracles. You know, it's hard to spot those Widow Mines sometimes.
Well, if the first Oracle died, you just go ahead and get a second one. And this second one, I think, is going to be used more for high ground vision plus Envision to help the Blink Stalkers out against the Widow Mine. And this is actually an interesting push out here. Just a very few set of Marines here with no upgrades. There's no stim, no combat shield, and a medevac. And
baiting a photon overcharge at the natural and then picking up and go to the main kind of a thing?
Yeah, I think he has to use a photon overcharge. He has no units, right?
Correct.
But it's not like that's a huge cost to him. Just get to it. You better photon overcharge. Quick! Quick!
Oh, okay,
no, you waited too long, and the motor core is going to go down.
Pick up and get out of there.
That's a big win. The motor core is so important to Protoss vs. Terran. The time warps are so useful in the mid-game army and photon overcharge against drop play. And now he's not going to have a second photon overcharge for quite a long time because he has to rebuild that. Of course, he has enough warp pins, he can deflect this drop, but without the energy on the mothership, there's so many Terran timings where you really want to have 2 photon overcharges available so that you can buy more time, and we could be seeing some type of Hellbat stim pack aggression.
Where's the Oracle, by the way? Sorry.
That's a good question.
I know it's on the map somewhere. Oh, there it is.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep, back in the main.
Thanks, Marcus. So we'll have to see if he sends that across the map. And Neeb actually gonna try to engage, trying to take down the sentries. That's a great move.
Oh, and he's going to get out there. Oh, no. He was thinking about dropping on the second sentry.
Blink is done.
Yeah, it is done.
He could have blinked after that.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to reveal it, or maybe forgot he had it.
Probably didn't want to reveal it, I would say.
Yeah,
very, very heads-up move there.
So Hellokitty's not a timer, by the way, doing this build. You have to realize he is nowhere close to getting Colossi or
Templar.
Storm.
AoE.
But he has a lot of production, and Neeb went for Hellbats, went for 3rd orbital before going for a lot of barracks.
Oh. Oh, when you're doing a 2-base all-in, like, every single probe is so important. Hellbats are being dropped. Remember, no post on overcharge is going to be available here.
Oh, no. And all these warp gates is how he's going to continue this push, but he can't utilize the warp gates if he doesn't have economy.
That's a great point. And these are going to be picked up, and he's going to jet over to the natural and look for probes.
Oh, no.
Remember,
this
Blink
drop
is in effect here.
Is going to be so annoying here.
Gosh, more probes going
He's
down.
pushing at the front, though.
Hellokitty pushing up the front. 89 to 69 is the supply advantage here for Neeb. The Hellbats destroying every single probe. We have 20 workers killed. Can the Stalkers win this game?
I just saw every single probe in natural just go down there.
Toasted.
And I mean, the thing with Blink Stalkers is he's going to have to micro his heart out here.
He's not done with the Hellbats, by the way. He's going into the main. I'll have to see what he can do with that. Oh, finally gets taken out. Meanwhile, the Stalkers, they pretty much have to single-handedly win this game.
And so the thing about this Blink Stalker deck is normally you trade efficiently and you constantly reinforce and you overwhelm with reinforcements.
Yeah.
The problem is that how many probes does he have? If we can get a look at the
19, no, 20.
Oh, yeah, that's not enough to reinforce a lot of Stalkers.
Oh, well, this is kind of good. He can attack the third.
Yeah, I mean, the orbital could get killed. He could force field the ramp, actually. He could force field this ramp and prevent the Neeb from getting to Logan. Is he going to do it?
Be fancy. Oh, two
he
force
cuts
fields
the army
going
in
down.
half, but even half the army can...
Yeah, kind of kill
too
this. So the Stalkers are going to try to make a valiant effort, but there's the GG, and Neeb takes the 2-0 victory. Great play there from Neeb. Hellbat play was pretty good too.
It was.
Singeing away all the probes. And again, when the Protoss is going for like this 2-base, really heavy timing push, really heavy all-in type play, every single probe is so important because that represents your economy, represents your resources, used to warp in all your units to go for that attack.
Protoss is unique in that aspect, in that when they attack, they're not just attacking with their army itself, but also with the warpins during the battle.
Right.
And you get rid of those warpins during the battle. And like right here, if he had 7-8 Stalkers being warped in every 30 seconds...
Oh yeah. Doable.
Yeah, it's doable. I mean, it's not like he wins easily, but it's definitely doable to make this work because as long as you keep blinking, you build up that critical mass of Stalkers and you keep your opponent's unit count low and you can make magic happen. But right now, like, there's no warpins. There's 0 warpins. It is still the same few Stalkers. Even if he trades efficient, he picks off a few units here and there. You can see that taking off a Marine here, a Marine there. But there's more Terran units piling out of the barracks every second when it's like he can warp in 2 sentries. You know, yay. Not gonna cut it.
Yeah, great play there from you, taking the 2-0 victory. Let's take a recap of what happened today so far. I'll give you a hint, 2-0. Every single match, there it is. Look at that uniform. Look at that symmetry. Just makes you feel warm inside.
The left player is always the winner here. Like that.
You're right. You're absolutely right. Of course, 2-0, 2-0, 2-0, 2-0, 2-0, meaning Tasia and Neeb will be advancing to WCS America Premier League Season 2. Of course, Hellokitty will be going to Challenger League Season 2. This is what's happening tomorrow. It's going to be a good day. Jim versus Drunken Boy. Ian versus Jadong. We got 2 Zergs. We got a Protoss. We got a Terran. A lot of variety. I'm actually really looking forward to tomorrow's match.
This is going to be exciting. You know, on paper, Jim and Jadong are the favorites, right? In fact, Jim is probably the favorite to take the group, I would say.
I would say so.
But, like, Drunken Boy and Ian are both very capable of making upsets happen.
Absolutely.
I would not be surprised to see one of either Jim or Jadong not make it through.
Yeah, guys. That's tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern. And again, the final match of WCS America Season 1 will be on Friday with the last group. Coming up next on this stream, we got Rules of Engagement.
That's right. Going to go over some of the games from the group stage we saw on Monday, of course, Group H. A couple cool games winning in that play. Going to analyze some of the gameplay, go over some of the strategies they use, and how you can improve your game when you go back at home and play on the ladder.
Awesome. Looking forward to it, guys. That concludes this edition of WCS America. Again, congratulations to Tasia and Neeb for qualifying for Season 2. Stay tuned to this stream for Rules of Engagement. It's coming up next. Have a great night.